Hi guys, and welcome to Scrap Rat. And my name is Cindy, and today we are going to go over what we came up with the coffee dyeing that we did the other day. So, I have the results. The results are in, guys. The results are in. I have my coffee. We are going to go over as many of them as I can. Some of them were in the video, some of them were not, and I will explain how I got the effect. This is the regular copy paper, and this is from my tablecloth with the lasagna technique. And then somewhere, this is the ghost technique, like this paper was laying, not necessarily on this one, but it was laying on top of another. There was paper underneath. My tablecloth was here. This was my tablecloth. This paper was laying on top of the tablecloth. And this paper, looks like I dipped it and sprayed it, and I put it on top, and then I sprayed it, so it got the pattern on it as well. So that's what I was talking about by you get double for your doilies and your tablecloth and stuff. And you don't have to have the tablecloth. Any type of stencil or anything will work. And we're just going to kind of flip through these, and you guys can definitely watch out for some of these in upcoming videos. Some of them are very grungy. Some of them are very lacy. Some are just kind of tatty. And that's okay, because I usually pull those out and I put them in for me to use for backgrounds for stuff. So that is, there's some pretty cool ones in here. That is our regular copy paper. And then our colored copy paper, we kind of got the same type results, a little bit of everything. So we'll put these guys to the side. And how I store them, I put my, oh, that's gross. I put my coffee dyed paper in one of these. I turn it on its side, and I have a shelf in my closet that I keep it in. So that's how I keep it. Just in case you were wondering. Okay, now this back here is the manila colored or gray. So I have that separated. But this is the colored, and the same type of thing. Kind of got a little bit of everything, little all over the place. This, where'd it go? This is from the black walnut, which I think is kind of cool. I mean, if you didn't know what it was, it kind of looks like mold, but I know it's not mold, so I mean it's kind of cool. But yeah, oh, there's one that's, but yeah, it does kind of look like mold. Maybe I'll save those for myself, because I know they're black walnut. And we got the same type of thing. Got a couple that have the lace on them, and just a lot that have just the different colors. And there's a couple of pieces of cardstock in there. And then this is, again, just kind of all over the place. And this, some of this got put on top of the colored, so it pulled out some of the colors. And I like that. I like to have all kinds of options for when I'm pulling my papers to make journals. So, oh, that's another piece of just regular. Okay, and this is the notebook paper that we did. And this is, how I told you that some of it would run and then some of it would not. These are the ones that did not. These were the ones that did. This was on top of one of those orange colored envelopes like this. So it pulled some of the color out. And again, just got all kinds of different options. And this is our computer paper. And these are, again, all over the place. Some of them did rip apart, so we don't have the long, you know, pages anymore, but some of them are still stuck together. This was for some of those red folders that we put down. And yeah, some of those are cool. That's another piece of copy paper. I got a couple of those that are tatty like that, and we need to take those out, but I'll take them out before I put them in the closet. And then we did this one because Patricia had asked me, and well, we found out it did kind of reactivate some of the glue, so we're going to need to come back in and kind of pop some of the glue down. But my idea would be to coffee dye your paper first and then iron it. All of these sheets I have, for the most part, ironed, pressed them just on, I put it on like a rayon setting, but I would coffee dye the paper first and then collage over it, and then you would have your coffee dye on the back and then your collage on the front, your masterboard. Or just use a piece of scrap paper that you don't like and put the pretty side out and then use the white side to collage on. So, but yeah, the school glue that we used, the school glue, the glue stick, did kind of reactivate, but not too bad. I mean, quite honestly, it could have all fallen apart, and it didn't. So I think that was a pretty good outcome. So next, we're gonna just start with our small stuff and just get bigger, I guess. Here are some of our materials that we just dipped in the coffee and the tea and the black walnut, and we just kind of balled them up and set them to the side. And as you can see, some of them have the wrinkles in them where the color sits, and that I just find, I love it. Some of these darker ones, you can't really see it, but that's okay. I just grabbed a handful out of my quilt squares. I didn't really even pay attention to what I grabbed. This one's really pretty though. That one I love. See, pretty. Looks like a vintage sheet. But yeah, some of them turned out kind of cool. Some of them, like these darker ones. I may, when I go to do the color dye, I may take them out and hit them with some black. And then that way it'll really kind of grunge them up a little bit. But that is our fabric. We're going to put those up there. And these are little coin envelopes. This one, you can kind of see a pattern. This one, not really much of nothing. And this one, you can kind of see the pattern. It was put on top of a blue piece of paper, and I'll show you the piece of paper that when we get to it. These are some index cards, which I don't think I showed in the video, but again, just kind of laid them around, and some of them got just spray, some of them got the designs from the placemats and the tablecloth and the doilies, and yeah, so those were just kind of grunged up a little bit. And then these are our white CD envelopes, and same thing, some of them kind of got, let's do it this way, some of them kind of got a little bit of a pattern, and some just got a little bit of the color knocked down, which is totally cool. And the colored ones really just got the color knocked down. That's pretty much all they got. A couple of them got a little bit of a pattern, but not much. Again, if I went out there with something other than what we went out there with, like when I go to do the color, if I go back with some more of these and do black, I think it would be a better outcome. Paper bags, not really much of nothing. You can kind of see a little bit of discoloration. I should have probably hit them with some coffee spray, and I think they would have done better. The white bags did a little bit better. These are some of the white envelopes, and they did okay. You know, not great. So, you know, you never know what you're going to get though when you do this. These are the envelopes, and yeah, this one I believe was the avocado, and this was the black walnut. So, and then this was the Tyvek. Nothing on the front, but it did pick up some of the pattern on the back. Not something I'll probably try again. I don't have a lot of those envelopes, so probably not something I'm going to try again. These little tags are the ones that we dipped. These are the black walnut. These are the avocado. And these are the coffee. And that's just kind of across the board. Just a little bit of grunginess to them, just to knock that white out. Just to give us a chance to use them. And this was the lace that I had kind of cleaned up the table with and thrown off into the grass, wadded up, and I think it turned out kind of grungy, and I like it. I like it. And our music paper. Well, there's some just sprayed bags. I don't know why he's in there, but he is. We have the music paper that we just kind of sprayed and we put off into the grass. It was already kind of yellowed. Some of them I did put on the table and they picked up some red out of those file folders, and I kind of like it. Looks like they were having a wine night at the music hall. But yeah, so that's our music paper, and this was all coffee. And then we have some more of the envelopes. These are some of the smaller, big ones. And we just kind of got a variety. There's the leaves. And just some that pulled some of the blue out of the other papers. And that's some that pulled some of the red out of those file folders. And this one has a little bit of the lace in it. And that one's got a little spray. This one has a little bit of the lace in it. And if you're not happy with these, you can always go back out and hit them again. I mean, there's no reason that you can't re-dye them. You can dye them as many times as it takes. I have been known to do that. Okay, and these are the yellow ones. This one barely has anything on it. This one is the one we use the leaf stencil on. And then on this side, it has some of the shelf lining. And then this one is just a little discoloration from the stuff that it was sitting on, and not much of nothing. But I mean, it's still grungy, and it still gives it a little bit of interest. So these big ones, I think I had the bee on this. Yeah, that's the bee. And you can kind of sort of see it, but not really. I might put the bee back on it and spray it with some coffee. This is kind of cool though, because it kind of rusted. And on this side, a little bit of shelf liner, but not much of nothing. But this one will be an easy one to spray with coffee. So same thing, shelf liner, and that's, I think, one of the doilies. So we could definitely come through and just pop some of these doilies on it and give it a little spray, and then we would have a completely different look. Let me know if you guys want me to do something like that to kind of show you how to add to something that didn't get as textured as you wanted. Excuse me. And I will definitely do a video on that. Okay, and these are some of our file folders that we did. They are a little grungy. Some of them got a little grungy, some of them not so much. Some of them just got a little color. Some of them got nada. But that's okay. They still have a little bit of something going on. And I have boxes and boxes of these guys. So I like when they have something to start with, something to kind of just a jumping off point. So the pink and blue are kind of calling me right now. I there's a folio that I want to make, and I think I'm gonna use one of these to make it. So that one's kind of boring. Okay, so those are some of our folders, and then we have the red folders, which the color pulled out of them a lot. Not really got a whole bunch going on, but again, I will come back and spray them. This one got a little bit of something. I will come and spray them, and you got a little something there. This one actually did pretty good. I don't know if you can see that, but it did pretty good. This one, not so much. This one, eh. But these, some of these did really good. So, yeah. Really, really good on some of those. So, this was our blue paper that I was talking about that we got a little bit of texture onto some other things. It didn't really get much itself, but hey. And this is our Amazon paper. Eh. I mean, it's got texture. I think if we come at it with, here, let me show you, because I actually did this to decoupage a shelf that I have. And I'm just going to show you, because it does have a little discoloration in it. But if you come in and just hit those wrinkles with a little bit of ink, you can really bring them out. And it's fun to decoupage with this. It's fun to just use as pockets. But there is that. Or you could just spray it with some stuff and keep building onto it. Okay. Now we have just a little bit more, guys. Just a little bit more. First, I want to talk about the receipt rolls, though, before I forget them. These were the ones that we just dipped. And quite honestly, not much. Just a little spot here and there. These guys are getting redone because I'm going to show you what I did to the other ones. So after I'm talking to my friend Cheryl, I'll link her below. She said she takes and she just puts the whole roll into the coffee or tea, and she just drags it out through the yard. So I can't drag it out through the yard because, well, chickens. So what I did was I took it and I zigzagged it across my table on top of my tablecloth, and I put my pan on top of it because, well, I didn't want it to blow away, and it looks so much better. Let me put this to the side. Sorry, guys. But look, this one. Look at how pretty. So yeah, don't just dip it. Like, put it in there. It can sit in the water for a minute. It's not, the tea or whatever. It's not going to kill it. It's actually capable of sitting there for a second. And as you're pulling it out, it's getting more and more like tea and stuff on it. So yeah, so that I think was a definite improvement from those. Okay. These papers we'll go over in a second. This is, I believe it's like a runner. My husband found it for me. It's a big roll. My husband found it at the resale shop. So I had put some of it down to put coffee dyed stuff on top of. And yeah, I like it. It's kind of durable. I mean, it's not like great, but it absorbed the coffee, and well, I think I'm going to use it. Don't know what for yet, but we're definitely not pitching it. And I have a whole roll of it. So next time, instead of the disposable tablecloth, we may put this down because that would allow some of the coffee to run through it too. It wouldn't take so long to dry. These are some of the proposal slips, receipts type things that we put to the side. And yes, I ripped it when I uncurled it. We just kind of wadded them all up. But these are some of those. And these are some of the ledger papers that we did. And if you remember, I said you could stamp on them. You could run them through the printer and print something on them. You could just write on them. And these are the maps out of that atlas, the street atlas. It's just like a, yeah, it's newer. I think it was from 2005. So yeah, they're not going to look like vintage maps, but it definitely looks better than it did. So we may still be able to use it for envelopes or piece them together for something. We may figure something out to use it for. And this is just some more ledger. And some more ledger. And 2 more pieces. So that is what we came up with. And I may do another die session before winter hits. I will not take y'all along. That was a lot of work. But if you want to see the results from it, because I'm basically going to be doing the exact same thing, except for I may use like some Easter egg dye and some inks from my printer. These, I've been saving them as we go through them, and I think I'm going to try to use some of them same way you would an Easter egg dye, just to get a little color. But yeah, so hope you guys made it this far, and if you did, thanks for watching, and let you know that I appreciate you, and thanks for coming back by. And if you didn't catch part 1 of this, I will link it below. And if you have any questions on either one, just ask it, and I will get back with you as quick as possible. And again, my name is Cindy, and channel is Scrap Brat, and just want to say thanks. And till next time, guys, much love. Thanks. Bye-bye.